Let me say a special good morning to those of you listening to Classic Radio. Good morning. It's Friday, the 9th day of February. Yes, the 9th of February, 2024. Good morning to you. Once again, those of you listening, whether you're listening 105.5 or 105.9. Those of you who are viewing this morning, whether you're viewing Channel 7, Channel 11 or Channel 20, good morning. Welcome. Let me say good morning to my social media audience also. Those of you who are probably just tapped in on the Facebook page, good morning to you. Those of you who have been listening all morning long, you've probably been on the Good Morning Grenada show with Innocent, or you just tapped in on the To The Point. Welcome also, those of you via our YouTube channels. Welcome to this edition of To The Point. I'm your host, the GT. I'll be around with you for the next hour. Yeah. And obviously, it's going to be an open line edition today for To The Point. I have no guest in studio with me today, so which means you, our listeners and viewers, they have the option of calling in, expressing your views, your concern. Feel free to do so this morning. And here's an option for you this morning also. We did promise that we're going to get this option working, and I'm probably going to give it a bit of a test run this morning, see how it goes. You have the option of calling me also this morning via the WhatsApp, 435-2041. You can call me via WhatsApp. Let's see how that goes. If it works, that's pretty fine. We're probably going to continue. It's a bit of a test run at it this morning. And let's entertain our first caller this morning. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
Okay, yeah, I want to run a few things. One of it is a serious situation in Tobago. Mm-hmm. We have an oil spill there, and I think we should be concerned there. I think a ship with petroleum capsized.
Okay.
And it is polluted. It has polluted much of Tobago's coast.
And that has the tendency to probably come into our waters also.
So right. I want us to be alert, because Tobago is almost devastated right now. Some of the people are saying they don't know what Tobago would do.
Oh boy.
And that should warn us about those of us who believe in this fossil fuel and want to even do our own stuff here. But nonetheless, my local point is, a few points is, I think it's Mr. Noel, one of your very interesting, colorful caller, had said the other day on Innocent program that we have to there's a difference between independence and independence. There are two different words, and he said he thinks we get confused, or we get it mixed up, and I agree with him. And I think we should debate. We should discuss and not debate that, because it creates confusion in people's mind, and they end up contradicting themselves in using the words. So I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of what happened over the week, during the last few days, in terms of the high mark being on Wednesday with the parade in the Queen's Park. I know this is helpful for a lot of people, but I don't think we think seriously what we're doing. In fact, somebody for Caribbean origin residing in the UK have told me that, look, she looked at the parade for the entire season, and she told me the reminder of the 90th celebration of the Queen, a birthday celebration, the Jones and everything like that. And as John Henry Clark, the great African-American says, that most of these countries who gain independence are actually, or what we call political independence, are actually reenacting the colonial way of life. So even in our parade, what military have to do with us anyway? That's one point. There's a debate that came over the speech or the message that the king sent. And people were saying, don't talk about that, because words are vain and whatever. But words are really seriously. If we want to believe that we are independent, that we are so sovereign, we could do so. But the truth is, King Charles is the king of Grenada, whether we like it or not. If the government had to appoint ambassador, I hope I'm not wrong, they had to get it run through the king. Really? Because we are one of the dominion, or the domain, for want of a better word, of King Charles. So these are things we need to really clean up. Since 1994 GT, I made it public on this very program to the point. The host was Troy Garvey. The occasion was the swearing into office as the Prime Minister, George Bizan. And knowing George Bizan, the late George Bizan background, it really, hurt me when I heard he was swearing allegiance to the Queen on this stage, even after we had revolution here. I understood that we have a constitution that they have to go by. And then your host said to me, well, we have member of the Commonwealth. It have nothing to do with member of the Commonwealth. Because I mentioned like Pakistan, Dominica, Trinidad, all of these were former colonies of Britain. And they have their own way of dealing, like they have presidents and so on. So it didn't have to swear allegiance, even though they were members of the Commonwealth. I think we need to help people understand these kind of intricate issues, and not have people, barking at each other senselessly without understanding. I will stop here for now, and
okay, cool. Thank you.
Would pay attention to what is happening in Tobago.
All right. Thank you so much. 435-2041. It's an open line edition of To The Point for today. As I mentioned before, you also have the option of calling me this morning via the WhatsApp, 435-2041. If you also feel free, if you want to send a message via the WhatsApp, you could also do so. All right. So those of you over in the diaspora and so forth that you probably want to make a contribution this morning, feel free to do so via WhatsApp, 435-2041. You will be able to go live on air via the WhatsApp. You could also make a contribution like that. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome and good morning.
There we go, Mr. Telesford. Greetings, how are you?
Doing good, sir. How are you?
Did you enjoy the celebration, the pomp and ceremony and the party and the oil and so on? I don't know if there was whiskey. I reckon you did. It was a nice opportunity. We have money, so we spend it in all kind of ringy-dingy while they can't even pay attention to the people who are getting blind in this here country in the hospital. How many operations had to be postponed and otherwise, the education system and otherwise, but we celebrating our 50th year of independence. Look, let's establish this as I move a little faster, Mr. Telesford, and to Grenadians I see. Under no circumstances can any man on this earth change the past. But what we can do is influence the consequences of the past, both individually and collectively, and we have a duty to do it. So with that, I get this message in. We've been bluffed, Mr. Telesford, for years. For years. We have lived through a situation where the narrative was we independent, we political. We got it in the bag and whatnot and whatnot. But in effect, Mr. Telesford, this here country still is under the dominion, the control of the British Crown. We heard it would reconfirm, should I say, because in September last year, the so-called Governor General read out a proclamation asking the Grenadian people, our people, to pray for the King High and Mighty Charles Rex III to rule over us. It is there recorded. Now she come again with giggle, with all alacrity. King of Grenada. Adding insult to injury, Mr. Telesford. Grenadians, open your eyes. I want to be clear. They wouldn't call me on GBN to give me a chance to express my views. No, the views of others too. That has been a total farce. But I want to send a message to the so-called authority of this here country, the powers that be, that we know now. We have evidence, Mr. Telesford. I recently got some evidence from a spokesman called one Lord George Brown on the 11th, was it? No, hold on a while. Yes, the 11th of December 1973, who made a statement crystal clear for us. He said, I want to throw this out because I'm ending right now, that independence is not gained. It is a right that people have from the Lords. Mind you, when he was uttering these words, Mr. Blaker, the Undersecretary of Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs, was crossing the Atlantic with our papers in hand. You hear me? We had to look at these things. And finally, I want to send a message to the government from the Governor General down. You have no authority to decide whether the people of this country wants to continue to live under the rule of a monarchy, under the rule of an imperial order and council of king or queen's majesty. The people have a right to decide them for themselves. You have... You have what it takes to call a referendum and ask the people. It's not whether you feel we wouldn't get that 2/3. That's what the document says. Let's go that way. But you have to do it by asking the people. Referendum now. Whether or not we want in this here country to continue living under an imperial order and council of the kings or queen's majesty, or do we want to write our own constitution made by the people, from the bowels of the people? And don't believe it's lawyers alone. Lawyers don't write constitution in democracy. No, senores. The people have to have the input. And there is a constituent assembly which we shall be continuing. Why don't you all give me an invitation, Mr. Telesford, to your entity so I can explain my views with bibliographical references to prove that the lawyers of this country have aided and abetted deceiving the people of this country for 50 years. Have a nice day, will you, for what is worse, Mr. Telesford.
Have a good morning yourself also, Mr. Rollo. Have a good morning, and best wishes goes out to you for the rest of the day. 435-2041, 435. We're taking your calls. It's an open line edition of To The Point this morning. Feel free, call in, express your views, your concerns this morning. Feel free to do so. I have also added the option of you can get that call via WhatsApp, 435-2041, or if you want to send a message via the WhatsApp, you could do so. But we could also take your live calls via the WhatsApp. It's a test run this morning. If you feel free to maybe be the first to attempt it this morning, feel free to do so. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hey, GT, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Happy Independent.
Same to you, man. How you doing?
Yeah, well, the procedure in the park was a nice procedure, man. The best, and the biggest call I've ever seen in the park for a lot of years. I people came out in any key, but it doesn't matter. The start will be too late to find. We just started to much about 10, 11 o'clock. So the elderly people had them get home and the show continue later on up to night time in any case and something,
Well, it was actually mentioned what time it was going to start. So if you think the time is going to be a problem for you, maybe you shouldn't have attended.
So you continue later in any case. But a nice program, nice orchestrated show. It was well planned, and the other thing on the last night again was well planned. The Jaguar from Market Hill come down last night.
Okay, great.
Nice plan.
Didn't get to attend last night's event. No, I didn't get to.
Yeah, the other thing on Market Hill last night. Nice thing, man. Masanto and this and the other.
All right, great.
Javani come from Market Hill come down. It wasn't the old time days. I get a whole story about old time days last night down in town, And it was nice in any case. And they were all thing I think the more on the car in any case,
All right.
But I listen. The Prime Minister mentioned, giving the opposition leader on what they have done in the past. But I chat with Grenadians in any case who live in Grenada and tell me the NMP ain't do nothing for Grenada. They do nothing, so I know what our Prime Minister really praising the Kibija government for. I let the Prime Minister to explain to the nation people that what he have done for the past, to appreciate him for what he have done in any case,
All right.
So I get a double standard in that. Green people living here and they say he do nothing, and the Prime Minister of this country honor him for what he have done. So I find a double standard in any case, But in spite of everything, man, it was nice in any case. The little activity was nice over the past days, accident free and everything.
All right, man.
Little weather. Nice day, man.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 435-2041. We still could accommodate another call or two before we take that break. 435-2041. You can make a comment via the Facebook page. You can also call me via the WhatsApp or send a message via the WhatsApp. Feel free to do so. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, my brother. How are you? Happy Independence. You enjoy the Independence?
Same to you. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I am happy. I'm the happiest man in Glen today. I am proud of my country, and I am even more proud of it now that they honor the father of this country.
All right.
My brother, that is the greatest honor to ever instill on the founding father of this nation. My brother, George Washington has this honor over 270-something years now for the father of the American country. Our former Prime Minister, the father of the nation, he will continue to have it for the next 100 years, the next millennium to come. That is the greatest honor, and I am proud of my country for restoring this honor on the founding father of this country. I want to say praise to the Prime Minister to have the thinking to do that to the founding father of this nation.
All right.
Praise to you, my brother. Praise to the Prime Minister.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution this morning. We drew for a break. Let's take it. Be coming back with more of your calls. As I mentioned, you also have the option of giving me that call via the WhatsApp 445-2041. Those of you out there in the diaspora listening, you probably always wanted to express your views and concern live on air. You have an option to do that via the WhatsApp 445-2041. Also, you here in folks in Grenada, our sister Raz of Carriacou, Petit Martinique, you also have that option. If you want to give me that call via using the WhatsApp, you could also do so. We could probably take your live calls now. Let's take that break. We're coming right back with more of your calls. Stay with us.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matheson, also known as Leftist, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carriacou. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carriacou and Petit Martinique Carnival, the Carriacou String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, to The Point for today, Friday, the 9th day of February. Folks, almost said January for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking back then. Anyway, it's an open line edition for To The Point for today. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, and you're welcome.
Yes, good morning, GT. And how are you today?
I'm doing very good. Very well, thank you.
Have a good day, sir. You know, listening to topic and listening to the conversation, so much things are running through my mind. But every year, we do the same thing over and over, independence, interdependence. We can't get the message, and we don't understand what the politicians are trying to do. No. We spend this millions of dollars to do these ceremonies. But you know something? We have a situation in the General Hospital, in the eye clinic, where we are losing our sight and losing it rapidly. And just to put a machine together that may cost maybe less than $1 million if they have to purchase it cash. But to repair the one we have there, it is taking so much time. It's almost impractical to do, where we are losing our sight. And we're not talking about that. People are not talking about that. But you know something? The problem is not what the politicians do so much, It is how we think and how we act with each other. We drag each other down. We don't want independence because we don't develop ourselves. We don't help each other to go forward. And so we in this cycle cycle every year, every day, fighting and struggling to make two ends meet. And all we need to do is to unite ourselves, develop ourselves economically, financially, to be able to take care of ourselves and forget the politicians, and we're good to go. So we are the problem too. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Certainly appreciate it a whole lot. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to get on live on the program this morning. As I keep mentioning, also those of you who, of course, always seem to wanted to, of course, call in via the WhatsApp. You have that option this morning, folks. 435-2041 via WhatsApp. You can give me a call. As I mentioned, it's just a bit of a test run this morning. It works. It will be a go after today. 435-2041. Once again, open line edition to the point. Also, those of you via social media platforms, good morning, especially those of you via the Facebook page, YouTube channels, good morning. And certainly we'll be getting to the comments via the, as soon as I log into the Facebook page, I will do that shortly. We're able to grab some of the comments. Let me see what's happening via the WhatsApp in terms of anyone trying to contribute this morning. Let me see what's happening via the WhatsApp this morning. Let's get this one. Someone is saying via the WhatsApp, on the early morning show hosted by Mr. Joseph, a frequent caller, Mr. Roller, continued with his disrespectful calling of the government officials as so-called. He did with the previous government and has continued with this government. In my opinion, he is not teaching the young minds to have the same respect. And I guess that's how that particular individual feels about that. Anyway, 435-2041. Let's entertain our very first WhatsApp call this morning. Let's see how this one plays off. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
GT.
Good morning.
GT, as you waited for your first call and realized nobody was calling and say, let me try. I got you. Now, the one little thing in terms of people getting blind, well, I think the authority has a responsibility. But I think we have a greater responsibility to do things that will stop us becoming blind. Our diet. Mm-hmm. But that is one of the biggest things, we consume too much sugar and other stuff that contribute. So I think, well, I do agree that the authorities have to give that priority. But they could put machine in there and let me still continue, like with amputation. So many people are being amputated over there because of diet.
All right.
And it really is true about all the prosperity we've been talking about was not poverty all the while. Thank you.
Thank you. And that was our very first WhatsApp call this morning. And thank you for actually allowing me to test that feature this morning, and certainly appreciated caller a whole lot. Let's go back to the phone line, entertain another call. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
GT.
Good morning.
Yeah, call back in any case. In spite the celebration in the park was very great in any case, yeah. But I don't like. I see they put up a picture with Uncle Gary in the park. They're a little 4x8 by 10 picture, and I don't see the park with it. And I went in the park with a picture 8 by 11. A real picture, the one here they dry it up in it, but the one I got a real picture of Gary in the park on my national color garment.
All right.
In any case, I feel the lapse with that one. They show a picture all over the airport, all on the wrongs about all around Green. They show a picture. Yeah, artists many Green could draw Gary, and pay money, and they had enough money to do that. Put a picture of Gary all over the place. They don't talk about him, and you really represent him in I had a blend of Gary, It's actually a young player named Gary. Because they never have Gary a lot. They never have picture of Gary. They should really bring him more, put more pictures all along the nation. Even bring him up to the full in the air and talking about it. Let me see him too.
All right. All right. Thank you, caller.
Yeah, there's some laps and things in between, but cover it up still. But Uncle Gary should recognize that fully. Uncle Gary is a man who fought for Grenada for independence, and he be more big up than how they big him up in any case still,
All right. Thank you a whole lot, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number to get on the program this morning. If you, of course, care to go live this morning, that's the number, 435-2041. And we had our first test run via the WhatsApp, and it seems to be working A-OK. So, of course, you could always give us a call via the WhatsApp if you certainly want to. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Mr. Jetty, good morning, and happy Independence and a blessed week to you.
Thank you, and the same goes out to you also.
Thank you. It's now everybody eye open to see all the things that have to get done, that have to fix, that didn't do. They couldn't open their mouth before. And my second thing is, I think you know the little phrase, you put a pig in a palace, it still remain a pig. I say that because they're criticizing everything. They see that before. They see the drone before. They see the police marching before. When they see it, when they lie down on the dumb pig, they can see it.
All right. Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041. Let's go to the WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Good, man. Happy Independence.
And same goes out to you.
Yeah, man. I feel so proud of my country. I say this one is PG. Proud Grenadian. Yeah, I feel so blessed, and I feel so happy, that people, really stand out and be so proud of their country, And I feel so blessed. I see so much of people in tears. So, I mean, it sends a good message, and the world is watching. The world take a page from that. Canadians, thumbs up.
All right, caller. Thank you so much, caller. Have yourself a good one. And let's go to the WhatsApp, entertain another caller on the WhatsApp this morning. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm good. I hope you had a very good independence.
I certainly did. How was yours?
What I noticed is that mine was okay. I was home, but I really enjoyed it. What I noticed is that every morning, I listen every morning, I'm a retiree, and I listen every morning to the same set of people that come in every morning. Yes, they have good ideas, but that time, the future generation are out, either at school, college, or working, and most of the other people working. So could there be another program, another time where everybody more or less could be listening with the ideas, or have these two callers that call every day have a program or 2 hours or something, so that people would be able to catch up on what is going on. Most times they have very, very good ideas, but there's hardly anybody who listening more than who there just sit down there every morning is the same thing,
All right, thank you so much.
Just my...
And of course, I appreciate your opinion. Thank you so much, caller. All right. 435-2041, 445. We're going back to the phone line, and seems the WhatsApp is taking some precedence this morning. Let's go back to the caller on the line. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Chichi.
How are you this morning?
I think that's a very good innovation. Let me thank caller for getting that started. I want to make a couple points, and I want to come straight behind the heels of the recommendation that the lady has made. GT, I don't think you were part of GBM when they used to do several what you call surveys to gauge the listening population as to who is listening to who and what. That has happened a long time ago when GBN used to lead in terms of listenership. That has not happened a long time, and a lot of people have been calling for the young people to contribute to that program. A lot of people is calling over and over again. Let me say this. I think the young people don't listen to GBN. That is why GBN went and do another station in Perth, 98.5, I think. And even that, the young people don't listen to. But what should inform GBN is the survey. They should go there. The young people now is on their phones. They don't listen to radio. I mean, there are some FM stations or during the day, you have some young people maybe kind of tuning on to, but the stations that give information and all of people, they don't listen to it. They are attracted to their phones, their gadgets. And what I think has to happen, we have to find a medium where we can reach those people via that phone. It wouldn't do it through the radio. It wouldn't happen. We have lost that track. And maybe GBN could reinstitute that survey so they can come up with innovative ways in terms of attracting those. And I'm for it. I'm for the idea.
Point taken, caller. Certainly do understand where you're coming from.
Okay, my last point before I go. This morning, and Mr. Rollo is a gentleman that I always Well, I respect him. I don't admire the way how he presents and how he articulates sometimes. And this morning is a case in point. Mr. Rollo needs to have some respect. And I'm speaking, and I know a lot of Grenadians would agree with me. This morning, he referred to the present Prime Minister as the so-called Prime Minister. And I think that is very disrespectful of him. If maybe in the past he could have referred to maybe the so-called this and so-called that. But Deacon Mitchell is an elected person. He's a legitimate Prime Minister. And why you, at your age, would want to refer to him? Maybe if you want to put that connotation to the Queen's representative, I could understand, based on what we are looking at in terms of our independence sort of status. But the Prime Minister of the country, I think that is insulting, and I wish Mr. Rollo could stop this foolishness.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Let's not waste the entire morning, and of course, and how you feel about Mr. Rollo. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling to the point. My name is Angela Bishop. I am just wanting to compliment the Prime Minister and all his teams who have been instrumental in giving us this awesome presentation on February the 7th. It was a spectacular undertaking. They did it with a fine-tuned comb. They could not have done better. I really do appreciate what Grenada has done, and I can understand the unity which the Prime Minister is trying to engage the Grenadian people in.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, and how are you doing?
Not too bad.
All right.
Not too bad at all.
I'm seeing you're giving that WhatsApp. I see you giving the WhatsApp a test so much. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, GT, I want to congratulate GBM because it's about time. I spoke to Godfrey about the same WhatsApp, and now I see you guys bringing it. So, and then you always talk about it also. I just want to highlight a few things. Right, first, I want to congratulate the administration and such a great job they did for the independence. All right, and then and also so proud to see that Maurice Bishop face was on the dollar. And then if it was me, I would have liked the whole 50B Maurice Bishop both back and forth. And one of the things I want to highlight and that we must talk about, they signed in 1983, and also the signing of in June 1981. Okay, and then I think that Maurice Bishop really deserved that position. We get to have him on the dollar, and also something that I enjoy again what they did, that Dr. Mitchell get his props for the time that he was in office. All right, and then the whole celebration, everything was good to see, like the foreign leaders, Ralph Gonzal, and the participation of the band from St. Vincent, the Armed Forces band from St. Vincent also.
All right.
So anyway, you guys have a great day, and then I'm looking forward to, in the future, to do some more call on the WhatsApp. So,
all right, man. Thank you so much.
Congratulations again on your WhatsApp.
Thank you so much. Have a good morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number if you want to get on, of course, live via the telephone, 435-20. You can also use the same number if you want to call in via the WhatsApp. We due for a break. Let's take it, and we come back with more of your calls after the break. Stay with us, folks.
Celebrate the Golden Jubilee. 3, 2, 1.
The countdown to one of the most anticipated Golden Jubilee events is on. Pan 50 and Food Fest. Saturday, February 10, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the breathtaking Carenage. Brace yourself for a night filled with rhythm and melody as we bring you not one, not two, but 7 sensational steel bands on 4 different stages. But that's not all. Calling all foodies. You won't won't want to miss the food vendors from across the Tri-Island selling only local delights. You will also get to support the local art and craft vendors and purchase unique pieces that capture the spirit of Grenada. So mark your calendars. Saturday, February 10th, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. on the Caranage. Bring your friends, family, and children. This family-friendly event is absolutely free. Hand 50 and Food Fest. See you there.
We going up, going up, going up.
Mr. mentioned the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power there.
You push your portion. It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Welcome back to our listeners and viewers. Welcome to this edition of To The Point for today, Friday, the 9th day of February. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, good morning, you're welcome. Caller, we may have to ask you to call back. Have whatever device in the background lowered, please. It's calls of that nature, so that will be permitted. 435-2041, 435-2041. Please, when you're calling, folks, make sure your television, your radio, or whatever device you have in the background is totally turned off when you're calling. We can have that conversation via the phone line. 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, you're welcome.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. No. I would join the bandwagon and I want to say, not what I'm saying. No, everybody is a human being, individual human being. And some people have a way of expressing themselves. Whether it's boisterous or mild, that's the way. And it's hard to change people from one way to another way. So people should have a tendency to respect somebody's opinion, you know. Opinion are not facts, as well as it could be based on facts. It could be fantasies too. So I cannot understand why we are criticizing people and we have a tendency to be criticized too. It depends on how you think and even how one says what he has to say. I feel that Mr. Rolo usually make real good contribution. In fact, what people have to do, as well as he usually make mistake too, people have to analyze what he has said and give tribute to Caesar where it renders to Caesar. So I want people to understand they should respect people's opinion. Underline the word opinion, not facts. So this is what I have to say.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. 435-2041. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. Via the WhatsApp, good morning to you. Caller, good morning. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi, and good morning. Welcome.
Hi. I just want to make a comment about the celebrations that happened on the 7th. We watched from Canada and it was fantastic. Grenada did such an excellent job with that. I was blown away. My family was blown away. The other thing I want to say is I'm just a little disheartened by the amount of robberies that's happening in Grenada right now, affecting many neighborhoods, a lot of break-ins into homes. I'm just curious what the government or the police is doing about this, because it just seems to be on a rampant right now.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much. 435-2041. That's the number if you want to be part of To The Point this morning. The open line edition, folks, where you have the option of calling and expressing your views and concerns. Let's take some comments via the WhatsApp. GT, happy independence. I was proud to see the magnificent display of colors and performance. GT, now is the time to swiftly change the constitution and the allegiance to the crown. We have passed this now. Young people need to start the movement and eradicate this system. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning. Caller, good morning. I guess we lost that caller there for some reason or the other. I'm not sure the reason or reasons why. 435-2041. 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Hi, GT.
How are you doing this morning?
Not bad, and how are you?
Doing pretty well.
Yeah, I was just wondering about the whole argument that the stadium is too big for the Grenada population. Were you at the stadium on the 7th?
Yes, I was.
And what would you think of that old argument?
Well, I think...
Is it still too big?
I don't think it was even able to accommodate as much as it should have.
Oh, yes. But I just wanted to make some response on the last call about the number of break-ins and stuff in connection with the term independence. Do you think that as a so-called independent country, a little nation with just about 120,000 people can adequately deal with the economic situation?
I don't think it's possible.
And are you aware of the government having any idea as to the next step after gaining what I call paper independence?
Well, I'm not sure of the thinking of the government. I'm not in a position to, of course, contribute on to that level. In terms of what the government...
My argument is that the world is structured technically on a race-first basis. I guess you're familiar with the term most favored nation status. That's with the U.S. Certain countries having the full sway at importing and exporting their goods. And what I've observed is that there's no country with a black majority population that enjoys most favored status, trade status. The Russians do, although they're not capitalists. And I'm thinking that, going back to Marcus, we have to think of, the way things are done in this sort of racially oriented world. And, we had the president of Ghana down here with us, and, we're an African people, whether we like to recognize it or not. And I think we should seriously think, like the other African countries that got their so-called independence, to really come together to solve our economic problems so we wouldn't have all the break-ins and all the crime. To me, as Marx said, the economics is the basis of all the other issues. So I think our politicians should think seriously of ways in which we can organize ourselves more as a people, no matter where we live. As Kwame Nkrumah said, children of Africa, wherever we may be, we are an African people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution also. We're moving up the entire 15 minutes before the top of the hour, 435-2041, an open line edition of To The Point this morning. Today, Friday, the 9th day of February, folks. And let's take some comments. I have just had the option of signing into the Facebook page. Let me see what the conversation is like via the Facebook page. And let's take this one from Madison is saying, I was confused as to why Maurice Bishop was placed on the $50 bill commemorated the $50 bill commemorating independence. Bishop was a proponent of communism, the opposition of independence. So this is hypocrisy to honor him on the independence $50 bill. That's an opinion there from an individual going by the name of Madison. Also, we have another opinion. Robbery, she say. What about this robbery in Grenada? Where's about the robbery in Grenada? guess let's not going to follow up too much on that. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number if you want to be part of To The Point this morning. The open line edition. Feel free to give me that call. As I mentioned, and I guess some folks already taken heed to it. You can also call me via the WhatsApp. And we certainly have had a few folks calling already, and it's rolling smoothly. So it's probably one of the options you can use from now going forward. Let's take a break, folks. We come back inside the final segment of To The Point. Stay with us here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, To The Point for today, Friday. We're inside our final segment of the program this morning. Let's take our caller. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
All right. I am proud to be a Grenadian. And based on what transpired on the 7th and last night, trust me, I think it will bring joy and appreciation to nearly all Grenadians who were there, who saw it, who were present and take it in to its fullest. Those who put it together and organize it, kudos to them. I hope that we as Grenadians can carry on and see, when I look at the stadium, how packed it was. I'm sure that there were a lot of NMPites and NDCites and whatever ites it is, but we all were one. And this is where we want to look at Grenada in order to develop Grenada to its fullest for what we would like our generations to come to really come and achieve and appreciate it for what it is. So I say kudos to the people who organized it and put it together. There was one thing in the stadium that was a little bit disappointed. I was a little bit disappointed is that section to the sea. The speaker system was terrible. We could not have heard anything. When one side clapping, we don't know what they're clapping about.
I guess that was just a little bit of an oversight on that part from the organizers.
Yeah, so that they need to put that get that sort of side that sorted out to an extent.
All right.
Last night I was in town, and trust me, I enjoyed it. It make me remember back in the 70s coming down Market Hill, and then about that program. The Minister of Culture, I would like to see that they put this thing together, even with once a month, to just let Grenadians get back and appreciate what generations before used to do and how it was, and appreciate it for what it's worth.
All right.
I'm saying one thing before I go to the Ministry of Works. You could look into it outside shipwreck. There is a hole in the concrete, and anybody can their feet, if they didn't watch where they go in, they could put their foot down and probably break their leg or whatever. So the Ministry of Work, just outside shipwreck, opposite Kentucky Fried Chicken, there is a hole in the concrete.
Okay.
That goes into the drain. So look at it. But everything went nice, and I appreciate everything that I saw last night.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's go to another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hello, good morning, JT. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Happy Independence again. It was a spectacular celebration, I gotta say, and a lot of people do not understand. Sorry to say, but my terminology about the people's responses towards a lot of things, understanding is made simple. And when people suffer from a small-minded syndrome, they really do not get the point of a lot of things. Yes, and history is history. It cannot change. I gotta say that the celebration, apart from the independent, it was a celebration of a transition, which a lot of people do not understand or they cannot see still, and I wish they can get that. A transition of moving forward and moving off from one thing to move to another. Yeah, so we have to try and understand and educate ourselves in that perspective that we can really see in order to move forward. Bickering is okay, and where you can use negative things into positive, but at the same time we cannot spend the time with it. Because in the budget speech, I remember, I think it was this Honorable Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, he mentioned that in order to do certain things, because you've been asked a question, when are you going to do this, when are you going to do that, as you say and as you plan. But the thing about it, which was mentioned, which I was listening for, you have to clean up the mess first before you can put new things in order. And that is only right in that perspective moving forward. So we have to educate ourselves in terms of seeing, having transparency with ourselves and knowing and understanding how things function when you're moving forward.
All right.
Opinion, I am not of opinion, I deal with facts. Understand me? Opinion is just somebody speaking with no facts or no knowledge of what is really happening and functioning, because if you ask them, normally they would not be able to tell you that this is what you need to do or this is what can be done. I am not a no can do person. I am a person who is of the view that everything is possible. Yeah?
All right.
And this is what we need to use, the motto and the thinking, the functioning we need to use to move forward. Possibilities, move forward. We can spend a lot of time, a lot of things, but then at this we have to look at the road. You take your eyes off the road, you're going to run off the road. Yeah. Right. So I need my Grenadian people to understand me, to understand what is going on, where we're going, and how we need to get there. And there is a process, and you have to be very positive in the functioning aspect of moving forward.
Thank you so much, caller.
One more thing. They spoke about on the $50 bill about the boat building in Carriacou. Some years ago, I understood that the boat building industry is basically falling apart, or the tradition is dying out. Yeah, I don't know if you have heard about that, and that needs to be revived. Now, the gentleman that sailed the North Atlantic, yeah, and understand he still wants to sail around the world, and he's seeking support from the people and the government. I hope they can really see the need to do that, to carry the Grenadian flag around, the world, that we have people, that can do great things. and we can move forward in that manner and that perspective to keep moving forward and going up. So thank you very much, and blessings to my Grenadian people.
Thank you so much, caller.
Let's keep moving up. Thank you.
Have a great morning yourself. Let's go to another call. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Guess we lost that caller there. Let's see if we can get another caller via the WhatsApp this morning. We may have also lost that one via the WhatsApp. Let's take this one via the WhatsApp once again. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Just checking out the communication level from Sweden to see if it's effective on the WhatsApp. So I'm very nice and very happy
all right,
that I have communication with you, and I would like to give heartiest congratulations to the performances made on the 7th. I followed it on the television, and it was very, very pleasing and a fantastic, spectacular display of the Grenadian people. Keep the independence going, and of course I'll be there sometime this year.
All right.
And take care.
How is Sweden this morning? How are you doing in Sweden? How is Sweden this morning? If it's whatever time it is.
Now it's 3 o'clock, close to 3.
All right, so let's just say good afternoon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you. And it's cold and bitter.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for calling. All right, 435-2041, 435-2041. We have approximately 3 minutes left on today's program. It's To The Point, an open line edition for today, Friday. And, of course, the option of the WhatsApp calls, of course, you have that option also. So, and it was a bit of a test this morning. And, of course, I would certainly say it's a go from now on. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Caller, your phone or your whatever device in the background is too loud. Certainly when they're not able to accommodate your call when whatever device you have is that loud in the background, please lower your television or radio when you're calling, please. 435-2041. 2 minutes moving up before 10 o'clock here on To The Point this morning. It's the open line edition. Let's go to the WhatsApp and see there's a comment via the WhatsApp. This individual is saying via the WhatsApp. First, I would like to congratulate the administration on the 50th Jubilee celebration, where all eyes was on Grenada. I must say that I feel proud once again as a Grenadian since the revolution, and having friends from other countries celebrating with me by wearing our colors also showed their solidarity with the people of Grenada. I want to thank everyone who make it possible, in particular on the day of the independence, in highlight of the drone display. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome and good morning.
Yeah, good morning, GT. What's up?
Good morning to you. I'm fine. How are you doing this morning?
Not bad. It's wrong mouth here. Just saying good morning.
All right. All right, man. Thanks for calling in. Have a good morning yourself.
Yeah, my brother.
All right, take it easy, man. Right, let's go back to the phone and take another caller. We lost that one. 435-2041. It's a bit of a task with me this morning, juggling within the both lines anyway, but I think I'm getting my hands on it just a wee bit. 435-2041. Just around 2 minutes and or so left before we take a wrap this morning. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, calling for the program this morning.
Go right ahead with your contribution, please.
Yes, good morning, Grenada. Good morning to all them JCBs that just come back and supporting me. I'm feeling so happy to see everybody come back home. I'm so glad, especially the people of Paradise. Welcome home, everybody, and safe trip back. And don't forget to get your roast can. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Have a good morning yourself. And I hope folks will go by and get that roast corn. Let's take another comment from the WhatsApp this morning once again. I think it was wise having Maurice Bishop on the $50 bill. I think with his time, he accomplished the most to Grenada development in education, tourism, healthcare, and agriculture. He also signed the Bastille Treaty in June of 1981, which also ushered the OACS. Also, he signed the ECB agreement in July of 1983 as one of the founders of the ECB. So having him on the $50 bills was well, of course, deserved. That's an opinion of someone via the WhatsApp. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Person, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Called to see enjoy watching the independence, and I was happy to see the display with the police. It was excellent. accident, and also I was happy to see they bring the Ellis citizen and the train rider. Hats off to Grenada Independence, and I'm hoping next year will be much bigger, although this year was very big. Hats off, Grenada.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, the government should include Carriacou and Petit Martinique on the passport and encourage people to use the three islands in speech, just as Trinidad and Tobago. That's a comment from someone via the WhatsApp there. Any other comment that I should actually throw out? And that's another comment, but I don't think it's worthwhile mentioning that on air. And I'm looking at some comments via the Facebook page. And all right. I know as an individual, you cannot please everyone. You know, some folks that have a problem with me say that I'm encouraging this and I'm encouraging that. I don't think I am. I'm doing any other sort. So sometimes it's not even necessary for me to comment on the statements that individuals make. Hey, folks, that's how we take a wrap for this edition of To The Point. It was a great week. Thanks once again. Of course, another edition will be next week. We continue with To The Point here on Classic Radio and GBN TV. Have yourself a great Friday, what's left of it, and a great weekend to come. That's where I say goodbye for today. Goodbye, folks.